We on?
Back.
We're back.
And we're back to talk about Caulfield because we were somewhat remiss earlier on today. Obviously it is the gala day at Caulfield Cup day tomorrow. 10 races.
And big fields, as you always get in Melbourne. It's just so juicy, isn't it? You know?
And more importantly, tons of Sydney horses. So we're coming here to talk about the Sydney horses running in Melbourne. And more importantly, our man Melbourne Mick, or Mick's Melbourne Mail, will be able to put it all together tomorrow. So make sure you get on board with Mick.
Well, as I've mentioned before, he's been getting me out of trouble lately because I've not been going too well in Sydney, and at least I've been getting something back.
Yeah, he's very solid. He manages to cut through and identify the main chances. So we're going to have a quick squiz at the markets for Caulfield tomorrow, and as I say, get hold of Mick's Melbourne Mail tomorrow and you'll be able to put it all together. So Caulfield tomorrow, the rail is where? The rail is out 6 metres. Now this is the third meeting in 7 days. The track is good at the moment, and they had a little bit of rain through the program on Wednesday. I'd expect that the 6 metre position would in fact see the inside perhaps chopping out a little bit, but that's just my uninformed opinion of Caulfield and the track as it stands.
Well, that sounds good, because there was a little bit of bias there on Wednesday, wasn't there? So, yeah.
So we kick off with a 3-year-old fillies race, and the Sydney filly Self-Feed is very short price favourite, $2.05, close enough to even money. Second pick is another Sydney filly in Skylight Glow at $5.50. Another Bullseye is 11. Petition down the bottom is 15. Jennifer Lynn 16. Swampland 17, and Go Grace 18. I don't really know those sort of middle peggers there, but certainly Self-Feed, I did catch her returning with a dominant win in Melbourne first up. Skylight Glow comes back to the 1400 off the Mile of the Flight Stakes with H. Bowman on board tomorrow, and blinkers off, I noticed, Gord.
Oh, you know, positive jockey back to 1400 metres. It seems to me my preference over Sly Feed, which I had a few question marks.
I see you're already potting or calling it a Sly Feed.
Yeah, well, I mean, lovely trial, but it was only over 7:43. This horse has never been proven. It's never been proven over 1400 metres, but so this has got to be a question mark.
Winner first up at the track, 2 1/4 by 1 1/4.
Look, I thought it was strong late, but it's not proven. There's got to be a question mark there about the particular horse. You know, Damien Oliver's on board. As you mentioned, chopping up on the inside barrier 11 probably isn't a problem. But my preference was slightly towards Skylight Glow, just because I think it comes out of the superior form race. I know it got gapped, but it comes out of the Global Glamour race. It was second to Fox Play. That's half been franked. Fourth up, over 1400 metres. I think is nice, but I have so many question marks in this race because all this provincial form in Melbourne, like how do we line it up? I think that's why we need,
Jennifer Lynn from the Weir Yard with the last Coleraine win. You know, that's Coleraine's country. And we've got Swampland coming from a Mornington win, but more importantly trained on the track.
Well, see, I just need Mick to line those up. Obviously, the only 2 horses I'm interested in backing are Skylight Glow and Sly Feed. Whichever one of those he finds, I will be backing. Simple as that.
Very good. That's the 3-year-old fillies. We move on to the 3-year-old colts. And again, strong Sydney presence. Akatua, favourite at $2.50.
Spruik horse.
$8.50 Nikitas from Waller Yard. Sorry, I missed Morton's Fork, who won on the same program as Akatua at $4. Nikitas I've mentioned, $15 Inside Agent, $19 Peacock, $18 Violate, and poor old Mount Panorama is a despised $67 with Zach Purton on board. Now, Akatua and Peacock went around in a race at Newcastle recently. I don't recall them being that wide apart.
No, well they weren't, but it's a Spruik horse, isn't it? So it's always going to be found, and everybody is obsessed now with Snowden taking horses down to Melbourne because of the magnificent success rate he has.
Right, well that's something in itself, isn't it?
Look, I was half interested in a horse with Melbourne form here, which very much disappoints me, but Inside Agent was lightly raced, close to a decent horse in Barcelona two back, won its last start where it beat Peacock. Probably has a little bit of upside.
Yeah.
What about Morton's Fork? second to Russian Revolution last preparation. That's got to be reasonably solid.
Look, Morton's Fork, I think, found a nice squishy race to win their
Bit
first
weak
up.
opposition, didn't it? Yeah.
Well, he and Akator went around as the younger horses against the older horses on the day. Morton's Fork won a more slowly run race, which may actually help him here, and gets the gun, who pops down to Melbourne tomorrow. Look, I would just caution about Akator in that he had a race run to suit, and it made him look very good. Now, prior to that, he started $4. Peacock ran $5 in the Beaumont race. They're wide apart tomorrow, which seems a little harsh on the ladder.
Is the reason why of dollars on Morton Fork is because of the weight? Because I'm assuming he would have had the choice between Morton's Fork or Peacock.
No, I don't think he would have had the choice. Like there'd be a Melbourne, there'd be a Melbourne choice there that.
Well, he's riding all the O'Shea horses down.
Okay,
tomorrow,
right, but okay. So all he has to do is read the betting and go, which one am I riding? Morton Fork. $4 versus $19 is not a decision.
Yeah.
That's race 2.
No, but I'm interested because in that one because if Mick finds number 3 inside agent.
Okay. Yes, which it does seem heavily discounted for a last start Metropolitan winner. That was the Turnbull Stakes day, wasn't it?
I'm bound my boat is hardly franks that Akator form.
Oh, main boy, but what about Tariff Songord? It's won a Saturday race since.
I know. Oh, it's also confusing.
Right, then we get into a more difficult race, the Alingi Stakes, which is a mare's race, and it's a wide open race. Super Cash is the favourite at $4.60, and then there's a bunched market there, Visa Lay $7, Flip It first up $7, I Love It $7.50, Chloe in Paris $8, $8.50 Almighty Girl at $12 Miss Promiscuity, $23 Palazzo Publico for Matthew Smith resuming there. Hallucinari is one of your old favourites, scored there, turning up at an 1100 metre race.
Penned.
She's $19. What?
Penned a Sydney horse that I penned last start when it came 10th. I've had enough of it.
I should.
When you're beaten by highly geared,
please.
that's it. You're penned.
Come on. If you're a back marker, you're always relying on what's happening up ahead of you.
It's a point, but there's some other form in this race, which is interesting.
Well, GNC is out on the market there at $34. I will posit that she will spring to the lead. She's a very fast beginner and a very speedy horse. Clearly suspect at the 1100, but she'll be there making the play.
Oh, Flippin' has to be a chance here, doesn't it? This stable's deadly. They've got the booking of H. Bowman. It ran in the trial against Sweet Redemption, which flopped on Wednesday, but...
And flop with excuses or not?
Well, but I'm saying that's a Snowden trial, so to come second by 0.2 of a length to Sweet Redemption in that particular trial, I think is actually reasonably solid. Mm-hmm. But yet again, I actually had a Melbourne horse on top here, which was the favourite Super Cash. You see that third at Morphettville? Don't Doubt Mama, Miss Gunpowder? That's solid, over the same distance. Come back from a spell, won by a length against Mossing Around.
Course and distance, win.
Yeah, it looks pretty solid. But yet again, I can't line up the Melbourne stuff. I need advice from somewhere else. So.
And you shall get that advice if you pay. So Melbourne's Mixed Melbourne Mail is available tomorrow for Caulfield, as it is for most meetings.
Oh, now this race is juicy, this next one.
Here we go. We're up to the 2000. This is an Oaks lead up, and it sees Sebring Dream, the favourite, at $3.60. $5.50 Eleonora, $6 Mo Queen, $7 Bella Soralastra, $10 Savan, Gordon's favourite horse, $16 Why You Ask, $18 Tiamo Grace.
Savan. Hey?
Oh, that's first preparation.
I know. So I had to. I don't have it on top. I've got it as my second top selection. I've always had an opinion of the horse.
Yes.
I like the fact that they've booked Craig Williams to ride it down there because he is one of the guns on big carnival days in Melbourne. So I'll definitely be
better down there than up here. Yeah.
And yet again, I found the favourite on top. The Sebring Dream.
What? Fifth, sixth? D&B Hayes,
doesn't look
T-Bet
my
Davenant.
style, does it? But I'm just going for that global glamour, I'm a star form race being better.
2,000 metres.
Yeah, well...
It's a different game.
Yeah, but fourth up, 12, 14, 16, 2,000. It's got enough distance in its legs. I'm not sure about that particular price, but yet again, another horse that I'll need some advice about. But I can't see that Savan will be going around a loser for me.
No, she's a very she's a stylish type to turn up in this race. Obviously, there's a line there through Mo Queen. They both ran an 1100 metre race at Warwick Farm.
So that's the one I'm penning Mo Queen. I'm giving that poor form race.
Well, it is a poor form race. Antonio Giuseppe, no, not Antonio Giuseppe. The other shitbags. No, the thing that went around in the 1400 metre race last week at Randwick that wasn't wanted and ran poorly. I suspect it is a poor form race. 2,000 metres for the males next time, and Seaburge again.
By the way, yet again, this provincial form, I can't line it up. Like Mornington, Pakenham, Warrnambool. It's just, we don't get this in Sydney, do we?
Are you supposed to line it up? No, we don't get that breadth of form. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, the males race has Seaburge, same connections as the favourite in the previous race, at $3.50. Good Standing, who we know well, $4.20. Highlight at $9, Inference at $10, Throstle 11, Rocketeer 15, Winebush, who breaks through at 17, and Kent, who we know well as well, at $19. So Good Standing backs up off his Caulfield Guineas run. He's had a good.
What do you say about him? Like, what did you think of his runs in Sydney?
Well, he's a journeyman, is he? He's workmanlike.
I mean, the impending Divine Prophet race is quite solid, isn't it?
And then he's worked on the speed there at Caulfield last week. I mean,
what odds did you say he was?
He's $4.20.
Oh, so he's right.
Interestingly, Seaburge, who ran $31, 4 times his price in the Caulfield Guineas, and had perhaps a cushier run. That looks an interesting.
Seems sort of like a nice setup for Seaburge, but doesn't it?
Does it?
12, 14, 14.
This is another
16.
like Sebring is the Sebring, fillies, colts. I'm saying they won't necessarily stay.
I'm saying pen anything with the Winebush form, so you've got to include Rocketeer in that. Just give him none.
Because
you got beaten by Cross Stitch and Audacious Choice and Hollywood Mo.
They're great horses.
You go down and you fluke a race because it's weak opposition and you've got a fitness edge. Not for me.
Okay, well look, there's a strong Caulfield Guineas line there, and Good Standing would appear to have, given that Good Standing is B Shin, would appear to be the way to go there in the Ladbrokes Classic over 2,000.
Do you think, did Bowman have the choice here or not? Well, Bowman rode Good Standing last start, and now he's on Winebush.
Well, he rode Winebush to win.
Yeah, but wouldn't you actually prefer to be on Good Standing?
Waller is his man.
Okay, so coercion.
Oh, he's just loyalty or whatever you call that.
No, it's like I ride wings for you, so you can tell me whatever the hell you want me to do.
Now the Coonji, which used to be a famous race on the middle day of the carnival, and often a sneaky Caulfield Cup lead-up is like the Craven Plate gone to the Saturday, and it's seeing the Craven Plate winner. It's somewhat favourite at $2.60, $5.50 Vanbrugh, and Maurus, who's now with Robert Smurden down there, $9 the disappointing Tom Melbourne, $15 Nozomi, $13 the cleanest, $19 Bring Something.
What do you make of this Tom Melbourne? Like a couple of smart judges, including Mick, have sort of half found it recently. Is it getting to the stage of like a bull rush where we're just like, you found your mark? Or is this a better setup?
What, he's an Albury Cup winner? Yeah, that takes you nowhere.
But he had scope.
Perhaps.
Oh, we've got a new star here.
Anyway, he ran $4.40 against Maurus the other day, who ran $12. So there's an SP involved there. Look, it somewhat is tracking nicely. Got Bowman to ride. Caulfield
just ran the most pathetic race ever created in mankind in the weight for age in Sydney.
Yeah, but he did everything and more that you want him to do.
He destroyed them, but he got that cover at the right time. So I'm saying he's mildly complimented.
But he's got the cleaner here just to run them along. He's just going to poke up there.
The Sydney horse that I'm a little bit more interested in here is number 4 Vanbrugh. But
yeah.
It just seems like a sort of a nice setup. You know, it's still running around in those races, not getting completely gapped by Harrikai and Winxes, and it's the better values.
Well, I think it may have had its chance coming off the Winx run last time, so that's my suggestion. But watch this space. That's a good sneaky tip there, Vanbrugh. I'm certainly with it somewhat there. Moving along to a very interesting race. This is a Tristarc over 1400, and have a look at this. Tycoon Tara is $2.70, First Seal is $7.50. Hello!
SP profile.
They were the other way round in that order last time. My God!
But have we had enough of First Seal?
What are you talking about? It's only a one run back.
Well,
so the other
you
day
always told me it had nothing. So
yeah, okay. So what this race may inform you is of the fact that Tycoon Tara tied to First Seal is a handbrake. That's a handbrake. If you don't like First Seal, you go, hang on, I'm not going to weigh into Tycoon Tara here. Yeah. Other horses in the market, Danish Twists, a very stylish resumer in the not the shorts.
They might as well have had this race in Sydney, you know.
$4.80 Danish Twist.
Would have had to travel.
13 Shillelagh, 15 Den Magic, 15 Tilapia, 17 French Emotion, 16 Pearls. So, I mean, Tycoon Tara down there in 3 is not there to control, is it? I haven't seen a pace scenario, but I'm thinking, well, put it this way. Danish Twist is likeable, but I'm thinking $7.50 First Seal is just ridiculous.
I kind of need. I'm with you there. I mean, it's clearly, well, as far as my perspective is concerned, has done the best stuff in Sydney, but not for a while. But I don't know how. I'm going to need Mick to line up number 12 for me. Like, what do
Right, Shillelagh, sort of course and distance winner, benchmark 84, $40,000 race, a Wednesday race. Wednesday race on a Saturday. But good looking record there.
I'm saying 13 Satcha. What odds did you say Satcha was?
Oh, it's out of the market. It's like $26. It was
some sort of
a bit timid, I thought, at Warwick Farm.
It might have ended up being a decent form race though, because Euro Angel just spanked them.
Came from the back at Warwick Farm. It was sort of like a nice barrier trial.
Oh, didn't you see it win on Wednesday?
I did see it win on Wednesday.
Awesome.
I saw it go on Warwick Farm as well, and it went 50 times better than Satcha. So, anyway, look, the point about this race is don't weigh into Tycoon Tara there at $2.70, even though she's won 3 recent races and is at the peak of her powers. Caulfield Cup, Gord, it's on.
Oh,
and
help me, please.
Yeah, $4 Jamaica. Next pick would be Real Love at $8. Scottish, the import at $8.50. Atticus, the German, at 10. $15 Exospheric, another import, and $15 Sacred Master.
Seriously, what's the chances of me having an opinion in this race?
Well,
not only is it 2,400 metres, but it's in Melbourne as well. Like,
well, what about Tarzino? He ran 4 to 6 in our derby. He's $34, fifth up on the spell.
Well, see, that's got to be one of your specials. 8th to 12, 10th to 13, 8th of 10, 6th of 12. Obviously, I'm not going to find it, but then you're an expert at finding these distance horses that are just primed for a particular run. So.
Right. Well, let's hope that Mick gets this one right, because I like the fact that Jamaica is in very solid form. A 4-year-old mare. Is perfect profile for the...
But too short, isn't it?
Well, Tarzino, 34, Jamaica, $4. They both ran around in our derby. I'm sorry, I think it was 4 to 6 and 8s.
What about the Posers special of the day down there in Melbourne?
Oh yeah, well he loves the sob story, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he does. I think he's looking for that TV moment.
That romance. So,
that's Sir John Hawkwood, by the way.
Yeah. So then we come to a fancy-looking sprint over 1,000 metres where Hell Bent, the new and improved Hellbent, the Darren Weir version, is even money. $6 Wild Rain, $6 Our Boy Malachi, back to 1,000. I haven't seen him at 1,000. $11 Lankan Rupee, his first up. $11 Fatnar, $17 Vidora. Wow, has he
only
done that
2
good?
chances.
Yeah.
And they are, I think we're, like, you know, everybody in Sydney always thought Hellbent had a hell of a lot of ability.
Yes.
And didn't sort of live up to it. Well, maybe it's there now, and it's a serious horse. But I love. What about the stats?
What a $30,000 race at Sale 2 starts back.
Well, that's weird style.
Oh, I suppose so.
Yeah, but I mean, Our Boy Malachi. Do you want to talk about it, Mark, or do you want me to talk? Like this, back to 1,000 is fantastic for this horse.
Except it doesn't get out of the gates. That's a problem at 1,000
Barrier
metres.
11, Dwayne Dunn. And what odds did you say Our Boy Malachi was?
$6.
$6. But there's only two chances, I
You
reckon.
take those glasses off.
Jesus.
Remember?
1,000 metres, Lux of Fortune, do your best. Come on down, Mick, I say. And the nightcap, 1,400 metres.
Oh, I just never get a chance, do I?
No, you don't. Voodoo Lad. Voodoo Lad's favourite for the Weirs at $3.50. Sydney Galloper, or sort of Sydney Galloper. Gary Moore trains him. $3.90 takedown. $9 Hofgarden, $10 Fast and Rocking, $13 Durandal, $15 Mobile, $15 Good Project, $18 Stratum Star.
Is your love affair going to continue, Mark?
Well, it has got B Shin. That's always a good starting point. And man, this horse sticks his neck out. Not sure if 1,400 is his go.
I thought he got PR last start, so I'm against it.
PR,
Yep.
he had to sort of
I don't
shoulder
care.
his way into the right position and then just keep kicking.
If I'm saying highway, you're on the highway, then you're PR.
Yeah, I can't agree with you there.
Voodoo Lad.
Gee, you tip Melbourne runners in Sydney, you tip Melbourne runners in Melbourne. What's wrong with
I'm
you?
starting to lose it, aren't I? I must be going mad here. Well, 2 starts back beat Keener. He came out and did a good job, obviously with the bias, but still won dominantly. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing that I'll have to check with Mick and maybe you guys out there is I was giving Parnham to Rawilla a positive jockey change, but is that the case or not?
Look, I don't know, but I suspect so.
Yeah. So sets up quite nicely. Yet another one that was showing promise, and the Weirs just got it flying. Why not? What do you reckon?
He's got course and distance form that looks pretty solid. It is the Rupert Clark back to a Group 3, but I love this stuff. What was the horse last year in the race that Bashka won? Was it Under the Louvre or something like that? It's got a win out of the 1400 Group 1. It's not that easy. So we've got plenty of commentary on the side there. No planes, just kids. That's the wrap up for Caulfield. Be sure to buy mixed mail tomorrow, and you'll get Geelong on Wednesday, the Cup Day set for free, as well as a cracking 10 race card.
You got to have a bet down there, and as I say, he's been making money for me, so
let him make money.
Solid.
Let him make money for you. And
by the way, I had to have a Mexican beer.
No, that's a Mexican wine.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, it's too light for a beer.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back on Monday with the rant, but hopefully you have a very good Saturday, and don't forget Sunday at
Thomas, do
Wild.
you want to take them
See you
home?
guys.